Going back to the Outer Rim. Oh, really? Oh, shit. One peaceful afternoon. I finally finished the backlog of work I had been putting off. Time to sit back and enjoy some peace and... never mind. Why did I even get my hopes up? Master! Neon. Are you busy right now? No, not exactly. I knew it. I figured you'd be free right around now. What brings you here? You here to hang out? Nope. I'm here because I have a favor to ask. What is it? Will you go to the Outer Rim with me? The Outer Rim? Why? Don't freak out. I finally found the legendary gun we've been looking for. Really? Just kidding. Huh. You've already heard about my past, so you should know. I was really weak back when I was still a human. Right. But look at me now. You're even healthier. Yep, exactly. I've been reborn as hyper-technological Neon. To be honest, I was already pretty healthy when I became a Nikke. But you could say I became even healthier after getting my new body. So now that I'm healthy, I'd like to visit the place where I used to live. Where I lived and where I worked. Oh shit. Haven't been back there since that day. My memories are still so vivid, it made me a little curious. I wonder if we'll see anyone that she used to know. Wonder how it's all changed. Going there shouldn't be a problem, but do you remember the way? Yep. You don't have to worry about that. So, you'll come with me? Sure, let's go. Yatta! Thanks, Master. As soon as we enter the Outer Rim, people nearby start stealing glances at us. What was it like living in the Outer Rim? It was actually kind of fun. Fun. Yeah. There were so many good people in my life. We didn't have much, but we shared what we had. Once a month, we'd even have a day where we bartered our goods. Everyone would get really excited whenever that time came around. You could get food there that was hard to come by in the Outer Rim. Like what? Nutrium. You could only get Nutrium if you were really lucky, or on special occasions. Then what did you normally eat? Somebody else's half-eaten bread? Or expired Splendimin? I basically lived off that stuff. There was also this bread soaked in some kind of sketchy sauce. That was the best. That sounds suspicious. Too bad I never figured out what that sauce was. All I know is it was really tasty. Was that good, huh? Oh yeah. If you tried it, I'm sure you'd like it just as much as I did. Now I'm curious what it tastes like. If I ever get my hands on some, you'll be the first one I share it with. Thanks. You say your personality was pretty different back then? Completely different. Also, I have mad respect for Neon because, like, you gotta think, like, yeah, like all the counters, all the people of our squad, the counters, they've gone through some stuff. They all have their traumas, right? Neon, or Anise with the idol stuff, you know, the school bullying and the idol stuff and all that type of shit. Rappy with the time she was a human, the time when she became a Nikke and all this type of shit. Like, Neon is no different either. With her upbringing in the Outer Rim, with how unhealthy and fragile she was, like, it's all so freaking bad. And, you know, despite all that, the entire time we've known Neon, not once has she ever been down in the dumps or, like, depressed about stuff. I'm not saying it's wrong to be depressed or stuff like that. Like, obviously, you know, things affect people differently. But I have to give props to Neon for, you know, despite everything she's been through, she still has all of her memories from when she was a human. Obviously, all of them do. She has all her memories from when she was a human, living in the Outer Rim and all this and that, all the things that happened to her, including stuff with Princess and all this and that. And she's always been such a positive goofball. A bundle full of energy. And she's had just as traumatic past as some of the other ones. So it's like, I have mad respect for Neon for being able to stay positive and all this and that, like, while, you know, having a past like hers. It's admirable, really. I'm envious of how she's able to just stay positive. Remember what I'm like now, I was basically a whole other person. Yeah, built different. Back then, I was quiet, calm, serious, and decisive. Hang on, Master. What's with that look on your face? What about my face? You look like you're not buying it. No, that's not it. I was a bit surprised myself when I learned about my past personality. It's so different from how I am now. But I like my new personality better. I like both the old Neon and the new one. Aw, Master. Some things never change. You really do know how to play with a woman's heart. I don't know if that's supposed to be a good thing or bad thing. I need to say something like that. Oh. We were so busy talking, I didn't realize we're already here. Neon points ahead. This is where you lived? Yeah. If you go just a little farther in, you'll see my old home. Let's go. Ah, yes, the little space on the floor. Going back home. You used to live here? That's right. Neon picks up some garbage off the floor. There's a lot of trash. It wasn't exactly clean to begin with, but it wasn't this bad. I guess everyone else must have moved. The tunnel's completely empty. Let's see, it should be around here somewhere. Neon strides ahead, then stops next to one of the tunnel's pillars. Ooh, found it. You see it, Master? This yellow line? Neon points to a faded yellow line on the ground. This was my home. Surely it wasn't just this one square. It was. What? But it's so tiny. Is it? Neon steps inside the faded yellow line. Now that I'm looking at it, it does seem pretty small. To be fair, she was a lot smaller back then, so probably more space. Oh, much bigger back then. So you actually lived here? Yeah, I did. I slept here and kept my things here. This one square floor was quite literally my bedroom and entire house. Even so, it wasn't a bad way to live. At least there's a ceiling here. A lot of other places don't even have that. It also had a security guard. Security guard? Yeah, he was a bit gruff, but really kind. Whenever a fight broke out at night, he'd step in to stop it. Sometimes he'd even share his Splendiman with us. I wonder where he is now. Neon lies down inside the yellow line. Wow. I haven't lain here in so long. I used to think it was so comfy, but not anymore. You want to lie down too, Master? I walk over and lie down next to Neon. How is it? It's cold and hard, right? But back then, having this one little square made me feel like I had the whole world. It wasn't easy to nab this spot, you know? Really? Yeah, I had to save up for years and have good credit too. Damn. Life in the Outer Rim is no walk in the park. How's it feel to be back? Up until the moment we arrived, I thought coming back would leave me feeling unsettled and that it would weigh on me. But now that I'm actually here, I keep reminiscing about the days I spent here. Are they good memories? They're not bad. Time has passed, and a lot has changed. Still, I'm glad I came. It's pretty surreal, lying here again like this. If my past self could see me now, she'd be shocked. She'd be like, how did you get so healthy? Neon rises to her feet. Well, now that you've seen my old home, shall we move on to the next place? There's more? Yep, I'll show you where I used to work too. Going back to the old workplace. Master, over here. This is the entertainment district where I used to work. I follow Neon in an alley. Colorful lights spill through the cramped, dark alleyway. Ah, damn it. I stepped in a puddle. Just my luck. Haha. Told you to watch where you're going, man. So, where to next? Hey, out of my way. You're blocking the way. The alley was packed with people. Their voices a tangle of laughter and frustration. Vibe here is something, huh? It's still as crowded and hectic as ever. I feel like I get lost in here. Don't worry, we'll never get lost here. I used to clean this whole alley back in the day. This whole place? Yeah, it's quite big, huh? I cleaned from here all the way to the end. There was always so much to clean. What was the job like? Pretty rough at first. My body was weak and the alley was so huge. There was also so many rooms to clean. Everything was so caked in dust, I'd end up coughing like crazy from walking around all day. But I eventually got used to it after a while. Leon walks deeper into the alley with familiar steps. Doesn't look like much has changed. I feel like I can navigate this place with my eyes closed. Really went through it all here. Like what? Finding random people passed out on the street was a daily occurrence. There were lots of rooms that reeked from the moment you opened the door too. Have you even been hit by flying bottles? Weren't you scared? Sure I was. But humans are good at adapting. At some point, it started to feel strange when nothing unusual happened. Damn, this sucks. It's not necessarily a good thing. Still, there were good moments too. Sometimes I'd get tipped too. Every once in a while, I'd get lucky and score some decent food. And that was a good thing? Of course. Out in the outer rim, that's considered pretty huge. But being back here, feels rather strange. Why is that? Back then, this was my everyday life, so I didn't even realize how hard I had it. Now that I'm back here, I realize just how much I had to struggle. I dragged myself to work no matter how sick I was, thinking that if I can just get through today, I can get through tomorrow too. That thought kept me going as I cleaned. You should be proud of yourself, right? I nearly fell for myself all over again. Oh, I wonder if that building is still there. Which building? Neon points to an old building at the end of the alley. There used to be a trading post there. Trading post? Yeah. If you caught a rat, you could trade them for things like cookies. If you were lucky, you could even get some Splendimin. I always look forward to stopping by there after work. I'd always wonder what that day's trade would be. It's probably gone now. Still, I want to see for myself. Neon slowly walks over and stops where the building once stood. However, only rubble remains. It's not there anymore. Are you disappointed? A little. Now that the building's gone, it's really sinking in. So much time has passed. Yeah. Still, I'm glad. About what? Some of the places I remember are still here. Like my home and this alley. I can still recognize them. Ready to go to the last place? Another stop? Yep. The place where I was with Princess for the last time. Oh shit, the house that they bought? I wasn't planning to go at first. But if I came all this way and left without seeing it, I think it would eat at me. You sure? I don't know. I guess I'll find out when I get there. Let's go, Master. Going back to Princess. What was Princess like? Princess? She wasn't a good person. She always looked down on others. She was always complaining about something, and she was proud too. She got irritated at the drop of a hat, and she didn't really mince her words. Wait, she sounds so... I know, she sounds like a horrible person, huh? Well, you're not exactly wrong. Still, she was good to me. People always have more than one side to them. Someone can be awful to one person, and wonderful to another. That's what Princess was like to me. She may have snapped at me, but she wished for my health and happiness more than anyone else. No matter how she treated others, the fact that she treated you well means she was a good person. I agree. That's why I liked her. R.I.P. Princess, man. We're here. This is where I was with Princess for the last time. Oh, I thought they were going to the house. Oh, okay. We're literally where they both got shot and then Princess died. Jesus. I slowly look around the area near the partition. Several people are sitting against the wall or silently going about their business. My memories of that day are as vivid as ever, but there's no trace of it left. I thought at least something would remain. Even the bloodstains are gone. It has been a long time. You're right. It was weird to me to hope that there'd still be anything here. The partition and lights are still the same, just the traces of that day are gone. Neon keeps her head down, staring at the ground. I was worried I might burst into tears just thinking about Princess. But somehow I'm alright. All I keep thinking about is our last moments together. We were there for each other until the very end. It's always weighed on me that I never got to say any final words to her that day. Maybe now I can. Princess, I'm back. What do you think? Changed a lot, haven't I? I've gotten healthy, just like you wanted. I don't cough anymore. I'm really enjoying my life now. I even live in the Ark now. I ate lots of good food, and I've met people I can laugh and talk with. And also, Leon looks at me. I have my master, and my friends who are like family to me. The old me never could have imagined this, don't you think? Thank you, Princess. For thinking of me until the very end. For telling me to live healthily. And for telling me to live happily. I miss you. Neon. It's sad not being able to see someone you miss ever again. It would have been better if she could see me herself. If she could see me. Neon frowns and crosses her arms. I should hope so. I would never forgive you if you lived a sorry little life after I went through all that trouble to save you. That's probably what she'd say. Maybe she'd even smile and be happy for you. Maybe she would. Master, you mind if I stay here a little longer? I'd like to reminisce about Princess a bit more. Sure, I'll stay with you. Thank you. Neon quietly stares at the empty space for a while. Man, dude, that's so touching! Oh my god. Fuck. Going back to daily life. Ready to go back to the Ark? You don't want to stay any longer? No. I think this is enough. I've made my peace with things, and most importantly, I feel relieved. I'm really glad I came. If I hadn't, I think this would have weighed on my mind for a long time. Glad to hear that. Let's head back then. Yep. Oh, hang on. Neon stands there with her eyes closed. After a moment, a faint smile spreads on her face. Okay. Now I can really go. What were you doing? I had one more thing to say to Princess. Even the air is different between the Ark and the Outer Rim. You're right. Master, how was today? You must have been tired following me all around all day. Not at all. I'm glad that I got to see for myself where you came from and how you lived. Thank you for saying that. Although, I would have liked to show you a more impressive side of myself. So it's a bit of a shame. You're more than impressive enough. Thanks. You know, Master, as I walked through the Outer Rim today, I kept thinking about the people who used to be in my life. Even though I know what became of them, I kept thinking about them anyway. I'm really glad you came to the Outer Rim with me. If I'd gone by myself, I probably would have overthought everything. And eventually just turned around and came back. I was able to be brave because I had you. If you ever want to go to the Outer Rim again, just say the word. I'll go with you. Really? You're the best, Master. As Neon and I walk the streets, she briefly stops and looks up at the Ark's lights. Looking at it from this angle, the Ark really does sparkle. Yeah, seems even brighter today than usual. Back when I was in the Outer Rim, I used to wander around in hopes of seeing something this bright and dazzling. Never imagined I'd end up living in the Ark. I thought it existed in a whole other world from me. place I can never reach. But now, here I am, walking through the Ark like it's nothing. Back then, I survived without ever thinking about the near future. But now, I get to see these dazzling lights. I even see a future. This is probably the life Princess wanted for me too, huh? Yeah, I'm sure it is. Good. Since I received healthy eyes from Princess, I'll use them to watch over everything going forward. That's good. Sound trustworthy, don't I? You always were. And let's say I'm even more so now. On that note, Master, let's keep fighting the good fight. Where's this coming from? Well, I did get a new body and all. So I'm greeting you with a new heart and a new resolve. Well then, let's keep it up. Neon's voice sounds even lighter than before. I walk with Neon, passing between countless shimmering buildings. Man, that's so freaking wholesome and sweet.